Good evening. The Building and Facilities Construction Committee meeting will begin at 7:04, did I hear?
7:01.
7:01, thank you. All right. We're going to take the agenda a little bit out of order because we have Ryan Hogan, who is from the sports group, and he is instrumental in the municipal gym windows, which we've been trying to get some work on. So Ryan, if you want to come up to the table. We have,
Thank you very much. I'm Ryan Hogan. I'm Chairman of the Recreation Commission and President of Douglas Youth Basketball. Please excuse my appearance. I'm
No.
just coming from baseball practice, and I appreciate you guys putting me first on the agenda. So Adam reached out and said you had some questions about the gym windows. I'm not sure if you want me to give you a summary of where we were.
sure, go ahead.
So I think the town approved it, I want to say,
Yes,
4
they
or
did.
5 years ago.
Yes.
It just hasn't come up to the top of, when Bill was here, his list or the priority list. You know, I don't think there's any safety issues with the windows. It's definitely drafty. We're losing heat dollars in the winter. I mean, you sit up there.
That was my concern.
Yeah. If you sit up there, you can feel the cold air coming in on a cold day. So we're definitely losing some heat and that sort of thing, but there's no leaks, there's no anything like that. From the basketball program side, I've always asked if we can do them, can we do them in the summer? You know, I
Right.
would rather, I don't know what's in there, if there's lead paint in there, or can you have asbestos in windows? I'm not even sure, but I would not want to do it in the, we're very busy in there with the basketball program. We weren't last year, obviously, due to COVID, but from mid-October to mid-March, we're in there almost 7 days a week. So ideally, if we could do the project off those seasons, that's what I've always asked with Bill and Adam, and that was kind of the understanding we had.
I think one of the questions had come up was something to do with the light coming in, and that's what put kind of a halt on it.
Yeah.
Well, I believe in the initial proposal from the architect, right? Didn't you have the architect
Yeah.
doing these windows as well? And he didn't have shades or a darkening glass in the budget, which, at least for one side of the building, would be disastrous. The sun will be coming in, and, you know, in the winter afternoons, the sun's pretty low. They'll be coming in, and, you know, we wouldn't be able to, the glare would cause issues with the play. So at that point, when we realized that, I just requested that, you know, shades be put into the budget to do that, or, you know, another option would be to, I'm not a window guy, do they have darkening windows where, you know, it'd be like a dark clearness where the sun wouldn't come in? That's beyond my area of expertise. But I just, in the original budget, in the original proposal of the architect, he had no shades on the windows.
Right.
And that would cause us issues down.
So a question would be blinds on the windows, or are you looking for obscured, like frosted glass?
We don't really have a preference. We currently have shades on there that are probably older than I am. I get nervous every time I pull on them because they crack and creak. So we just need something to block the sunlight. And if it's cheaper for blinds or shades, that's great. If it's cheaper for darkened glass, that's great too. Whatever, it's, you know,
Okay.
best economically for the town. I would
So
say.
questions from the board?
Yeah,
Anyone? Ginger?
It's the same issue that we've been talking about forever,
Yep.
and we need to make a decision at some point, or somebody does, because this has been dragging on for a while.
And that's why I asked this to be
Yeah.
kept on and
Good.
get some input from whoever was in charge, and Adam did. So,
Now, Adam seemed to mention, is there a consideration of reallocating funds to projects that have a higher priority?
that I can't say. The capital committee, which I'm on also, is going to be meeting and looking at what funds are still available. And the funds for the windows, I know that were allocated by town meeting, are still there.
Okay.
But what we need is, okay, is it going to cost us more because of the time length here? So we'll have to talk to the town administrator. As you know, we don't have Bill available, and as of now, I don't believe there's a town engineer, or they're looking at a planner, has been hired, so, but we are going to need that, and as far as I'm concerned, we're going to be going forward and getting something done here.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Yes. When
Linda?
was the last time you had contact with Bill or anybody on your commission regarding the window?
windows, I want to say Bill and I talk, so I typically talk with Bill in the late summer, fall, to make sure the windows were not going to interfere with the basketball season. So we did not have a basketball season last year in 20 and 21. So I believe the last time I spoke to Bill about the windows was August of 2019.
Oh,
Because the windows weren't, I had bigger things to concerned about than the windows last year. So
Right.
Like I said, right around August, September, I would go talk to Bill and say, hey, where are the windows? We're not going to have an issue during the basketball season.
Okay.
So I believe that was.
So we need to get some
So,
movement on this.
because we don't
Ginger?
even know where Bill was with this. I mean.
Right, well, he has all his records that I believe he left.
Who?
Bill,
Bill's gone.
his records, whatever he had,
Yeah, but
should
we-
be in the office.
Yeah, but we don't have access to that.
We will talk to the administrator, and,
like I said, I'm pretty sure the architect who did these windows looked at those and
okay,
gave some recommendations at that time.
It would seem to me that goes back so long now that I think we just simply need to get prices on, new prices now, because anything's going to be old.
could be,
Darkening windows or shades to have,
could be.
I don't know
Because
whose responsibility that would be.
I remember there was an issue with lead paint. The glazing might have
Okay.
lead in it.
Yep,
And we won't know that until
Right, I don't think that's.
somebody starts working on
so,
it.
and that's why I've asked to have you come
Can
in.
you educate me as to whose responsibility that would be to get prices on getting?
Well, that's a question we now have to discuss with the town administrator. I did ask him to come to the meeting tonight. He thought he might be able to come on Zoom, but,
That would be good.
yeah. So I will follow through.
Yeah, I
And-
think it's dragged on long enough. We
Yeah,
need to-
it has.
Especially when the
It's
town wants
exhausting.
it done. They
Yeah.
appropriate it, especially when the town wants it done.
Yeah, we
They've
have the money.
appropriated the money.
We have the money.
And we will
so
be
we'll
looking
do
at that, like I said, from capital, and we'll see what needs to be and who's doing what. And one of my questions for the town administrator was, who's going to be advising us? So we have many issues, but we'll
Can you
try to
take your
move,
guess as to how long that might take?
not long. Well, I don't know about hiring, but
Right.
I will follow through, and I'll let you know.
Okay,
Yeah,
And-
it's not your issue, Shirley, we know that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I just
No, it's okay.
educate myself as to.
Sure. And anything that I find out, I will get back to you as a board. Okay? And also you, Ryan.
thank you. Any other questions I can answer? or-
Anyone?
I think we beat this thing to death.
Okay, fair enough, thank you.
So if it was darkening glass and that they got dark, there's enough lighting in there that you don't need the natural light.
There is enough lighting in there, yeah, I mean, we have practices in the evenings and that sort of thing, it's just fine.
Sure.
I
But-
personally think it makes more sense to have just
Traffic.
regular shades, because you might want days when you want the natural light.
Yeah, no,
Might
that-
not be basketball, might be some
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
event that.
Sure.
I agree.
Right, again, whatever is most economical for the town, I would guess it would be shades, but those are not cheap, because we've looked into replacing
Yeah.
those.
Yes.
We even, as a basketball program, looked into replacing a window one at a time, but it just, because of the possible lead paint, and it
Yeah.
just makes no financial
Right.
sense for us.
Right.
We'd have to do one every 2 or 3 years, and it just.
No, that
it
doesn't,
make
and it doesn't help with the cold air.
Correct,
You know, it takes too long, it's too long already.
correct.
So,
So
Ginger?
do all of the windows require shades, or do some of them not?
I would like all of them to have shades. Like, I don't know, in the summer, say the library has a program at 9 o'clock, I want to say, it's been over a year since I've been in there, so let me think about it. I'm not sure if the sunlight would come in. It doesn't in the winter. From that, I guess that would be the eastern side, right? Sun comes up on the east, but not, like the library is in there a couple of days during the summer or some sort of thing. Would that bother them? I think shades on all of them, or whatever you do on
We need
one
them
side.
on all.
Yeah.
I would
Okay.
think so.
Sounds,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, any other questions?
No,
All right.
Thank,
want to do it.
Hey, and
thank you very much for your time.
we'll try to follow through with this, and I'll keep Adam, well, Adam will be posted.
Okay.
And we'll
You'll let
let
me
you
know.
know.
Great.
Yes, thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, the next item on the agenda will be back to board staff. Well, that is been on there, and I don't know why, but we will not be reorganizing at this meeting. It needs to be placed on the agenda, and it's after the election, and we need to reorganize. So next meeting, hopefully. All right. All right, library. ADA accessibility update. I was looking to question Matt regarding a clarification for this ADA. I thought the town had voted maybe a year or 2 years ago for an ADA commission so that the library could apply for grants, because they almost got a grant, but because it was an ADA,
Because we didn't have an ADA commission?
or it wasn't ADA to begin with, and we didn't have a commission, which we
What do you
needed.
mean it wasn't
Yeah.
ADA to begin with?
Because they can't accept, to get into the library, say with a wheelchair, you can't,
You mean compliant?
compliant.
We're not in ADA compliance, yeah.
Right,
all-
but we need to apply to be compliant. So I need to talk with him about this and find out.
We have to comply, we have to apply to whom?
I believe the issue was that we voted for a commission for ADA
You mean at town meeting?
at a town meeting. I may be wrong, but I will follow through on that. And why, I know the library is raising money, but it's going to take a while.
Maybe Chris Furno, the town clerk, would know. I mean, she's
Yeah.
right on top of this, and this was before Matt's time, right?
No,
I mean, this was.
no.
Shirley, I'm
Just a
little
couple
confused
years ago?
about the commission issue. I was on that committee way back when Moses was a baby.
No, I know that, but this is
So, We
ADA
have to establish
compliant.
a commission
I-
here in town?
I believe so, and I
So
thought we
we've never
did.
done that.
I thought we voted to.
20 years ago now.
I thought we voted to about a couple of years ago, but I will question him.
Must be a meeting I missed.
I think Chris Furno is the way to go.
Well, I'll do both,
Yeah.
okay?
So can we find out exactly what it is
Yep.
that needs to happen?
I've got it on my notes. Okay, green energy. And I think you all got a copy of what Adam gave us for updates. And seeing, we did get a grant for the electric cars, but he has to put it out to bid.
Who has to put it out to bid, Shirley?
Town administrator,
So Matt has to put it out to bid,
yep,
and at this time, nothing has happened.
no. This is fairly new. This,
This at least is fairly new, I
yes,
agree.
yes. Okay? So we should be getting more information on that as to when it's going out to bid.
Okay.
The next item is the municipal generator. And more funds were voted at the town meeting for this generator. There's a history here that it wasn't going to be big enough and so forth. You remember some of the meetings, we've discussed this. So more money was needed, and so now, as you can see, our total budget for the project after July 1st is going to be $350,000. So, again, he needs to put it out to get a design portion of the project and proceed.
Is that Matt that has to do
Yes, that's, yep. Now, it used to be, I believe, Bill that would do it, but we don't have a town town engineer or a town planner, whichever.
So that hasn't gone out to bid yet.
Well, no, because the funds won't go into effect until July 1st. I mean, there is money there.
Put it out to bid knowing that the money's going to be available.
There is money there, but we needed more. But he should be working on getting the bid specifications ready to get out there. So July 1 is right around the corner.
that? Sure is.
Okay. Bad Luck Pond Outlet Bridge. This is bad.
Unbelievable.
They held a pre-construction meeting with the contractor and the engineering firm and the highway and the police and the fire, and now it's wait on National Grid to move the poles.
Right.
So I hope it's not Verizon, because that's even longer. But it says National Grid.
It's National Grid, yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully it is. That's correct.
So once the poles are moved, the contractor is ready to go with the bridge replacement. And he's saying it'll be approximately 88 days for construction.
How long has this been on the agenda?
Oh, well, it was, if you remember, a year, 2 years ago, it was repaired, but it was felt that it wasn't enough, that it needed to be better.
Right.
So it's been there and it's been moving forward.
That was a stopgap measure.
Yeah.
That was.
Right.
Needed to proceed.
Right. So, ready to move. So the next item on the agenda is the municipal fire alarm. Now, that is on hold per the town administrator, and we need to know why.
I think it was because of the roof leaking, wasn't it?
Yes, you're right. So we need to have the roof done first, and that should be going out, or is out.
That has to go for bid. What is their design, or what are we talking about?
I'm not sure, because now it's not even on here. But that was the reason we got, you're right, Linda, that was the reason we got the fire alarm wasn't going to be addressed until the roof was done. So,
And is that Matt again?
yes. Unless there's a town engineer around. Okay, on the next item, we've addressed municipal gym windows, and Matt has put it on hold per Adam, but I felt it was important that we have whoever was in charge come in and talk to us, because there was always this, well, it's something to do with the windows, and do they need shades, or do they need frosted glass? Or there was a disagreement between the rec and the, the building and facilities. Well, not really, we just
Not
need to
with us.
know, yeah,
Right.
so we will follow through on that. Okay, any questions?
No.
And then, let's see, Senior center flooring, that looks like it's moving ahead. We should be getting a notice that it's open and ready to go. They did find that there was some plywood that was uneven and needing new plywood. But there was not as much as asbestos as what they anticipated. So it should be done soon.
That should be completed pretty soon.
Yes, thank God. Yeah. Questions?
I'm just happy to hear it's going to be completed.
Yeah, me too. So now the municipal oil spill. You know what, there was something on the public radio system, and I think it got hit by lightning. Yeah, the public radio system got hit during the lightning storm on Tuesday. The fire station was struck by lightning, which caused major issues with the generator and the radio system. We lost all communications after the building was struck and had to work by cell phone during a structure fire. The radio company has repaired the radio system temporarily. The generator is not working at all, and a rental generator was brought in for emergency use, and this is per Adam. So we need to have a follow-up on that.
Is that new radio system?
I hope not.
I know, that would be
I hope not.
awesome.
I hope not.
I'd be
That's-
curious as to why that's on this committee's agenda. Isn't that something that should just be replaced?
No, because it was over a certain amount of money.
Well, no, I think that, didn't Matt say that it wasn't really
Yeah,
a
but
building or facility? It's a communication device.
we
So
still,
we shouldn't even be reviewing it.
well, there was difference of opinion there, I think, so.
Yeah.
Just
well,
keep us informed.
Okay. That seems like a public safety thing, and if we're renting, we're throwing money away, it's going to be replaced, I don't know.
No, yeah. I don't know where that part is, as far as, because Adam didn't specify, and then he didn't put it on the, oh, yeah, he did. Sorry, I missed it.
Oh, yeah, it is on there.
Yeah,
Can you ask him if that's the new?
I
our
will.
next meeting, if that's the new
Yeah.
system?
I will, yep. That's not on our agenda, though.
Yeah, it is.
But-
The last one, public
Last
safety
one on the
radio
first page,
system.
Shirley.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right.
Because now they don't have a generator either. They blew up the generator.
Well, up there, but this generator is for here.
No, for the public radio system at the fire station.
I understand, but the other generator that we're talking about, the municipal generator,
No, we're talking about the one
But
at the
earlier.
fire station.
yeah, earlier, though,
Well,
the,
I'm not talking about that now.
Okay.
I'm talking about what
Okay.
Adam wrote.
yeah,
The
Okay.
generator is not working at all at the fire.
but they're renting one.
Correct, so in
So-
other words, they've got to buy one now.
Well, we need to know what their plan is
Correct.
and how much, and that'll probably be coming up at Capitol, too, so.
Our biggest
But we will.
problem- I think our biggest problem is that we don't have a town engineer anymore.
Well, yeah,
Or planner.
or, yeah, absolutely.
And I'm sure Matt's straight out with everything else. I mean,
So we will find out about that. And the municipal oil spill, you heard about the oil spill, and it is being resolved. The basement is back to normal. And the insurance company has taken the switch and floats from the equipment for testing. So still, the environmental company is going to start with the monitoring program in the next few weeks. And the new oil system design should be sent over soon, according to Adam. And then he'll reach out to a few companies for an installation cost, which I receive, once I receive the design. So again, it's a new system, so. And already, I think it cost, the insurance was, I think, $350,000, or I saw a figure like that somewhere. But it needed to be taken care of.
Gee, I wonder if the insurance company would pay for that generator.
Well, that's
That
probably
got hit by
something that
lightning.
they're looking into.
Yeah.
That could be, but it depends on what's covered, right?
So it's not like it just broke
An
down.
act of God.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. And then, the next item is, we thought that it was ready to go, the post office painting. But, as you can see, the contractor who was awarded the project was unable to obtain the bond required as stated in the scope. And the second lowest bidder also had the same issue. So after some discussion with Matt, Adam is saying we have decided to start over, and he's reached out to 4 painting contractors already, as of today, which,
And don't we think there should be a prerequisite that they can get the bond before they're,
I would hope
have a
so.
discussion with these people?
As of Thursday, the 10th, he's only received 1 call back. So,
It's like it's not an easy thing to do.
right. Questions? Comments? So, again, I agree with you, Ginger. We need to have somebody that's advising us as a board and also for the town, so,
Yeah, I mean, somebody needs to know what's going on and all that good stuff.
yep.
We've just been circling all these issues for a very long time.
Now, there's an issue with minutes, too. We haven't been getting copies of our minutes because during the COVID, the gal that was doing it, who did an excellent job, but
Yes, she did.
she had homeschool and the whole 9 yards,
And
and,
so she couldn't do it.
yeah.
And we didn't find somebody.
Yes, they did. But, yeah, but she's trying to catch up, as I'm hearing.
Okay. It's all
So-
recorded, so all she has to do is transcribe
Yes.
the stuff.
Yes. Yep. And our next meeting is July 21st. And again, are any of you available to meet maybe at a different time if we can't get Matt to our meeting on this night?
Is there some reason why I can't come on this?
His wife works at this time of night, I guess, on Wednesdays. And he was supposed to call in, Zoom in, whatever, but
Does he have young children?
yes.
I can be available anytime.
Me too.
Me too,
Okay.
within reason.
And Sean, Sean, I don't know, I'll have to ask him. I think he's been reappointed. But he couldn't make it tonight, and he is excused because he did let me know that he wasn't going to be able to due to work.
So if you could make it the same day, a Wednesday.
I'll see what I can work out,
What are his
because,
working
Okay.
hours?
who,
Matt, when does he
Yeah.
work? Does
he,
he have a regular schedule?
that I don't, I would assume so, yes.
Have-
And he is here for meetings with other boards, Board of Selectmen, and when
He's got a
needed.
meeting. so that
Yes,
doesn't make sense.
yes.
So have Matt pick the time.
Yes, and I did ask him already, I sent him an email.
I know, I think
Okay.
you've actually sent him two.
Well, some time ago.
I do want to say the meetings that I've been to so far is 3 or 4.
Yep,
Nothing has changed, and everything, the answer is, we need to ask Matt. Waiting to hear from from Matt, need to ask Matt, waiting to hear from Matt. And it's disappointing to not have heard from him on any of these
Yep.
issues.
Gotcha.
It is very disappointing for us, too.
And if it's not his responsibility, you know, I don't know what the
Yeah.
response, if it's not his, even just an answer, him saying, you need to talk to this other person, that's an answer. But
Yeah. I mean, Adam is doing great,
Oh,
getting
yes.
back to us. I do want to say that. And any,
Nobody's criticizing anybody. What we're really saying is.
We
right
want
now the
information.
system is
And we-
broken,
yeah.
We need it fixed.
right, and we want it moving on. Yes.
And if we can assist in repairing the system,
Yep,
just do it.
agree.
We're happy to do it.
Yep,
Exactly.
But the town has needs and they're not being met.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah, the windows is a great example. It's going to be significantly more to repair them, to replace them now than it was going to be when the money was allocated.
Exactly.
Significantly more.
I will say, probably at the time when it first began, the issue with the windows, the funding, although the funding at the time it was estimated did get approved at a town meeting, and the funding is still there.
But it hasn't been acted upon. So
But,
the difference is-
that's right.
Now the-
But now, and I believe one of the issues came up, and you brought it up, Linda, was that, is there asbestos and so forth? So we need to have somebody get any input, Adam, whatever, as to whether that was investigated. So, yeah, hear you. And I want to thank all of you for coming, and if you, any questions, any
No,
comments?
You know how we feel.
Yes, I do.
We're pretty
I'll
adamant about it.
follow through. I will, to the best of my ability, and,
Appreciate that.
yep, and we will see what we can do. Because we want to be active, we want to get things done.
Yes, well,
Okay, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn at 7:32.
Do I hear a second?
Second?
Thank you, Fred. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, so voted. And just for the recorder, Linda Brown, Fred Fontaine, Virginia Howe, and Shirley Masinski are here.
thanks, Shirley.
Yes.